Hey team, let me give you a quick tour of what we're doing with image management. What I've done is gone with one repository per container. The README for that repository gives an outline of what the image is, what the tags are, how to use it, and how to build it. The build would only be if you want to go off and build it yourself. An interesting point about the way this is going to be structured is the image name, the image stream name, will not vary. It'll always remain constant, and the only variation will be in the tag. Rather than use a bunch of hard to follow unique names, we're going to go with one stable naming strategy. If you want to learn more about that, there's a best practice from Microsoft linked in this repo's README. Right now I'm building with Postgres 12.4, so the tag's going to be 12.4-stable. All our image builds take place on the lab cluster. Currently the images are stored here and distributed to other clusters. In the near future, this will be replaced with Artifactory. One cluster image build can be triggered manually through a GitHub workflow or through the built-in scheduling mechanics. Once the workflow starts, it reaches into OpenShift and triggers an image build. Here we're watching the output from the on-cluster image build. Back to VS Code and follow the build there. Top of the workflow you can see it can be triggered manually or via schedule, and it uses the official Red Hat action to reach into the cluster and trigger the build. Left navigation, you can see it contains all the manifests needed to get the project up and running, as well as a sample deployment teams can use. Ahead we can see that our image build completed. Our image stream contains our newly minted image with the appropriate stable tag. On the Silver cluster, I've created an image stream tag in the BCGov namespace. Describing the image tag shows more details. The annotation shows us it's a scheduled import. And if we look at the hash, we can see the new image hasn't imported yet. After waiting a couple of minutes for the scheduler to check for new images, we can see our newly minted image has been imported.